Hello YouTube, and welcome to this video. And also, just to warn y'all, yes, the mornings is when I will be recording my videos, hence the immense sunlight. Um, I've just found that in my area, the best time for uploading videos very fast is in the morning. So, you'll get to see more sunshine and see my videos early instead of late at night. Anyway, so in my last video, I told you guys that I would talk to you guys about why I'm so interested in psychology and why studying it is one of my major goals. So, kind of like theater, but not really. Okay, so remember whenever I said that theater was one of the things that I stuck with in high school. I refused to not do it. Well, I refused to go any part of my high school life without doing it. Well, with psychology in my 10th grade year, I took a class, and it was very interesting. I found it very interesting to study how people think and all the different things that can affect how you think. The fact that all of us have the same makeup, yet all of us can look at something and make a different conclusion about it based on our past experiences and um, opinions. Like for instance, for instance, the way that my hair is neatly groomed. Okay, some people like that. Some people like it whenever I put my hair a little bit down, like this. That's a difference in opinion on what they like, or the fact that some of you might look at me and find me attractive. Some of you might look at me and think that is one ugly 18-year-old. Again, you're all seeing the same face, but you're making different conclusions about it. And that's just one of the many things about psychology that I just love. So after that 10th grade class, there were no more classes for me to take. So all throughout high school, I spent most of my time on the internet, really deep diving into psychology. I would do lots of research on a lot of things. I would research why people do this, why people do that, and it's very fascinating for me. Because psychology, there's a whole lot of fields in there. And the best part is out of all we know, we still barely know about the human brain. The way we think is so complicated that literally Sam Houston University has 20, I believe when I visited they said they had 20,000 volunteers who were every day getting their brains scanned, analyzed, studied, and everything. 20,000 volunteers. And yet we still don't know everything about how the brain works, and that is so fascinating. And I'll give you guys a couple of things about psychology that, interest me. Number one, did you know that the real reason why, I mean, you can count it as an addiction, gambling, okay? The reason why gambling works so much, and this is what casinos do, casinos know about this psychological trick, and in some of their games, it's done on you. So take a slot machine, for example, right? You put in your money, you pull the lever, right? Now let's say you put $5 in and you pulled the lever. Now let's say that you pull the lever, you didn't win anything. So you're like, all right, I'm going to try again to go for the jackpot. You pay another $5, pull the lever, nothing again. You go, all right, last $5. You put the $5 in, you pull the lever, and you do win something, but you only win $2. What you immediately do is you go, yay, I won. I'm going to try again. The reason why is because that reward of $2, there's a part of your brain, I forgot what it's called, but basically I'm going to call it, it's the reward center of your brain. The center of your brain that tells you, that makes you happy or excited whenever you receive something. So you receiving that $2 fires off. It activates your reward center and makes you happy about getting that $2, which encourages you to spend another $5 to pull the lever. And this is for basically anything. This is why gambling can be so addictive, is because we can blow all of our money on winning such a small prize, yet we look at it as a win, and then we look at that win as another excuse to try again. Another thing, another thing about psychology that really, really interests me, all right, so ever wondered why, even though it scares the crap out of you? I got this from a Facebook channel called called Your Brain on Blank, and they did an episode on horror films. And even though horror films scare you, you still want to watch them. Main reason why? For some people, it's the adrenaline rush. The combinations of all the sounds made in the background, the heightened suspense, and things like that, make you feel like you're actually being hunted, or that you're actually being haunted. And it sends this adrenaline rush through your body that makes you, it literally fires off your fight or flight response. And some people watch horror films for just the pure pleasure of having that adrenaline rush, which is fascinating. And oh yeah, sound can scare. That's I guess I'll do my last one as sound. Sound is very, very fascinating. We don't know entirely how sound messes with our brains, but what we do know is fascinating. So sound, now everybody has a different kind of sound or a different kind of music that makes them happy. Some people can listen to sad music and it makes them happy. Some people can listen to happy music and it makes them sad, so on and so forth. Your brain identifies some sounds with emotional centers of your brain. This is why whenever you listen to Skillet or Breaking Benjamin or Disturbed, as you're listening to this music, you feel so pumped up that you want to get up and start a riot. But also, sound alone can inspire fear. Like a scream or something like that can inspire true fear into you. Some people, actually, I used to be one of these people. Some people find it easier to sleep when they're listening to music. They will have their music on full volume, and they can sleep through it. Now, you might be asking, well, how can you sleep through such loud noise? Well, to put it simply, listening to music, which is just combinations of sounds in the air, listening to music can calm the brain down, and it can help you go to sleep. Even if it's Disturbed or Breaking Benjamin, that gets your heart pumping. whenever your body's tired and wants to go to sleep, listening to something that pleases you can actually make you go to sleep easier. But alright, so I spent 10 minutes talking about some psychological things. If this interests you, go research psychology. It's really, really fun. But this is why it interests me so much. Is number one, we don't know everything about our own brain. We don't know everything about everything. So it's very, very interesting to me. Number two, it's very interesting to know why and how we do the things that we do, and why we love music. You know, why we love horror films, why we love gambling, and things like that. And I also find it very, very interesting because knowing these things can help you read people better, and it can help you make a better connection to people. Um, by knowing the basis of how people think, you can wind up going, hang on, let me sit back. This is what's going on. Let me deal with it in a different way. So it's very, very fascinating, and it does help me interact with people better. Uh, so yeah, so that is why psychology interests me. In my next video, um, I think in my, what should I do in my next, you know what, screw it. In my next video, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about, my church. Reason why I want to talk about my church is because, um, nowadays church is a topic that many people don't want to talk about because they might offend someone or something like that. But and that's not what I'm trying to do. It's just I've been wanting to talk about my church because it's a big part of my life, and this is my vlog, and I want you guys to know who this is. So, and a big part of that has to do with my church. So in the next video, I will talk about my church. So thank you guys for watching. Please watch, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.